Hey everybody, Anthony 4x4 Diesel. This one you might find interesting. I'm going to have a lot of information for you on the lower control arms, the bushes and some solutions and stuff like that. But wait till you see these ones. They are absolutely gone. I've seen worse than this, but this is 317,000 Ks, lots of off-roading. That's what it gets used for. This is our 2013 150 Prado that has joined the crew of all the R&D vehicles now. So let's get in there and have a look. You might have seen it before in other inspections. It's the white 150 you might see on the trips. Well, there's a couple of white 150s, no bull bar, that you might see on the trips in 4x4 Adventures, our other YouTube channel. But see, this is the rear bush. So the rubber goes from there to there. Of course, there's more at the other end up the top as well. But this one, I'll just try and show you. You can see the split from that side going right across to about there, and then you can see the split from that side coming right down, almost joining. So that's almost all gone. And we've been watching this and monitoring for a while to see how bad it gets and how fast it gets. Remember, this is bouncing around on sand dunes. It's just the last trip was part of the way across the Simpson Desert and back, right? So this split at this side all the way down, about 2/3 of the way through the rubber. What I noticed was the tyres wearing quite badly, quite feathered, particularly, I think it was this side I noticed more, and that's going to happen when the control arm can move backwards and forwards under accelerating and brakes and that sort of thing. So it does mess with your tyre wear, and the tyres are getting noisy. So when people complain about their BFDs, and they don't want to go off topic, but the reason could be because, you know, they've got bad suspension, the tyres moving back and forward, it's scalloping out the tyres like what's happening here. These are actually quite bad. They're very noisy. You can see, look how big the block is at this side and how flat. Can you sort of see? I don't know if you can see that in the video. It is quite bad. So the tyres are not the best. They're down a bit anyway. But look, we've got a few solutions. Wait till you have a look at this one though, right? So this is a bit bent. You know, he's obviously hit something there, the driver. He has hit something there. Boof! Probably hitting tracks a little bit rougher than what he had planned. It was meant to be camping and touring, but anyway, see what happens. Because look, no bash plates. Oh, we're taking them off anyway. Standard bash plates. Bit roughed up, let's say. Bit of bash and crash. But look at these front ones. They're not normally too bad, but you can see this one. I don't think this is the bad one, but it's bad enough, right? That's kind of what they normally look like. They flex around a bit, but look at this one. All right, it just looks like it's all the way up around there, all the way down there. It just looks really bad. Maybe it's not so bad, but so we got a number of solutions. For years, we were doing different things. You know, there was aftermarket arms, there was changing bushes and arms getting bent because some of them are really badly rusted in there and they don't come out. And then we're putting genuine lower arms in, and on the 150s, they're about $1,000 each. Is everyone okay still? Sorry about that. On the 120s, they're about $3,000 for the pair. They just keep going up, and this is the problem we got. And once I'm going, look, you know, $2,000's pushing it. And if you look after your suspension and you're set up like you've seen on our other vehicles, you'll change these once and you won't change them again for a long time. It's more bashing into those speed humps, old flog suspension and bouncing around, constantly flexing those rubbers. People doing wheel alignments, twisting these when that adjuster's seized inside the rubber and twisting the rubber and all that. I'm not going to go into it again. Check the playlist, check all the old videos, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that's what happens. That's what really causes the damage. Anyway, so solutions. We need cheaper solutions. So I've called a lot of suppliers, and I've got a few more to go on. I've got a fair list of options on control arms that we can change and use. And so I'll give you worst case scenario. Let's talk about the 150s, right? And the 120s, it's pretty much going to be the same other than genuine. We're going to get set up so that we can change these bushes, hopefully really easy if things go to plan. This will probably be a guinea pig set of control arms. Ball joint still looks good. You can't buy a genuine ball joint without the arm from Toyota, so you got to get the arm to get the genuine ball joint. That being said, this one looks good. We don't see any problems. We're going to talk about the drive shaft cheap repair in this video as well, so don't go anywhere yet. Probably lost a few people already. 4 minutes, they can't handle more than 4 minutes. They're busy. Probably out shopping trying to buy a new drive shaft, and they'll probably end up some Chinese rubbish, or they'll pay too much, and they could have watched the video and worked out how to fix it for free. But anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. But the point is, right, the arms are expensive. You can't get the genuine lower ball joint without the arm. Comes with the arm. Not saying there's anything wrong with it. So at that point, I'm sort of going, well, we've seen enough cars with 400,000 to 500,000 K arms and stuff like that. Ball joints, now, don't get me wrong, there's a problem with the 90 series ball joints. but might not be that ball joint. But what you need to do is do your homework on the 90 series before it collapses on you. It's very dangerous, okay? 95 series Prado. We're talking 120s, 150s. We don't see 90s anymore, so we don't really talk about those because there's nothing to talk about here. We've done that in the older videos and all the older posts. So what are the options going to be? I've managed to be able to source arms, right, from some different suppliers, different brands. There's lots of options from anything as low as about a couple $100 a side. Maybe you don't want to go for the cheapest ones, but we need some guinea pigs to use all these different brands. We need people in Victoria. We need people that come and see us in Hillside or Sunshine, where I can get the arms for you, and we get those fitted to the vehicle, and then you go and get yourself a wheel alignment wherever you can find someone to trust. That's the next problem, but it needs a proper wheel alignment after that. And you need to go and bounce around on some sand dunes with some decent suspension, and then we'll see how these bushes go, because there is some cheap ones out there, eBay specials and that people have gone, oh, I got mine for whatever, and then they go, yeah, you were right, 40,000 k's, these bushes are gone, right? So I've got a comprehensive list of different brands we can all try, and I'm happy to, you know, for a couple hundred, 220, 250, 300, 350, 400, for, you know, anything up to about, all the aftermarket ones you pretty much get for $1,400 a pair or less. So, you know, somewhere budget between $500 and $1,400 a pair, anything in between, lots of different brands. And I would like to try all the different stuff and then have people that can report back to me and go, yeah, no, these are good. I've done 100,000 so far, so good. It's going to take some time. So in the meantime, the other option we're going to have is changing these bushes and keeping the arms. So getting the arms out, changing the bushes, which a lot of people, of course, can do. But like I said, sometimes you can have a lot of difficulty with them. It's probably not a DIY job unless you've got some tools and equipment and a lot of backup plan B, plan C, that sort of thing. So that's what we're going to do. I'm in the process of ordering I'm going to use genuine bushes because, you know, I like the genuine setup, the arms and the bushes, but we're going to try for a cheaper option there. If you're happy to spend the money, you know what you're going to get, look after them, you just spend it, you know, a couple of grand and you're done. That's a one-off cost, done forever. It's going to be probably, the bushes are about $500 worth, the four of them, right, for these genuine ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Plus labour, plus R&R. So you're going to be, let's just make figures up here. I like to overestimate. You're going to be a bit close to a grand, under a grand probably, depending on complication, change them, to put genuine bushes into these arms, both lower arms, 4 bushes. Or then again, you look at it the other way, you just spend $500 on arms, and you just got the labour of R&R, changing arms, or maybe you do it yourself. So there's a few options here. Stay tuned. We'll have some more updates soon, but I thought this was a good opportunity. These ones are flogged. I've just ordered rotors and pads from LSI, so they should be here in the next week or two. And we're going to, at the same time as we do the brakes, I'm either going to I'm undecided. I think I'm going to put some cheap arms in here, the cheapest ones I can get, right? To start testing those out. Not that this is doing a lot of off-road at the moment. It's in hibernation at the moment. It's just going to be a bit of a run around until it gets back out on the touring in a couple of years' time is the plan. And look, we'll see how they go, and we'll probably keep these old arms. I'll probably put the bushes in them and just put them aside. So we know how the genuine bushes work. So we're more looking for people to try aftermarket arms, cheap options, $500 with a pair, you know, installed, bloody, I don't know, $700-800, wheel alignment, whatever, right? Something like that. Just making things up here. Now, I hope that helps on the lower control arm situation. The last thing I want to mention is these drive shafts, 320,000 Ks, they've got bugger all play in them. They're quiet, you know, you can grab them, you can go, you know, they just don't move anywhere, so they're good. The problem we got is this outer boot that are really strong and also really expensive and a lot of work to change it. You've got to pull it out, pull the inner, and then to get to the outer and all that. You can change it, but it's got this tiny little pinhole and it's probably hard to see at the moment. You won't see it. I've just cleaned it as dirty as it looks, but it's right straight in there. I just wanted to point out, you might have seen it in another video. So it's the first deep ridge, if you like. So I've just cleaned it, and I'll clean it again because, to be honest, I don't know if I can find, I'll have to get a better light. And what I'm going to do, you're going to get ready to have a laugh. It sounds dodgy as anything, but to save a couple $100 for a drive shaft plus labour, to save a couple $100 for a boot plus labour, to save $700 for a drive shaft or whatever it is plus labour, I'm going to get some RTV silicone. I'm going to get one of those nozzles. I'm going to, nice and small end, I'm going to into there, and I might just go, and then I'm just going to let it sit like that because I don't need to put another car on this hoist at this point in time for days. And I'm going to let it sit there and dry, not touch anything, let it cure, and we're going to see what happens. And it could be a good cheap fix, or people could just go, whoa, this guy's crazy, I'm not going there. But anyway, might help, it might not. Anyway, if you learnt something, bit of info for you, subscribe, turn the bell on, like it and all that, and catch you on the next one. See ya.